Good morning, it's Gary here from Woody Wood. Instead of reviewing products and tools, I thought today we'd actually build something. I love making cutting boards to sell, and I got tired of using 500 clamps and jiggling with glue that slid around and needed something else to put it together. So I went and looked on YouTube and found many different examples. So today we're going to build one. This is just to give you an idea where you're going to end up once you've built it. And we're going to make various different pieces. A brace piece, I'm using 19mm plywood. The vise part of it, just move that out of sight so you can see the rest. And we're going to create this all built of 19mm plywood. I like to build cutting boards from 30 centimeters up to 50 centimeters. I like to build them that they 3.5 centimeters thick up to 4 centimeters. And I like to build them that they are 30 to 45 centimeters wide, so I needed something big enough to do this. So I found some old scrap plywood in the workshop and cut it down. So this is 80 centimeters from one side to the other, which gives me plenty of room to build 50 centimeters, and this is 53 centimeters wide. So at a push I can get a 50 centimeter wide one that way. What we're going to do is build this, and what I've done off camera is mark up a piece of board to tell you what you need. Basically what I've done is I've marked this off into 5 centimeter strips, which we'll strip down off camera later, maybe if we need to. This is mostly to show you how to build it, not showing you me cutting pieces of wood and drilling holes. I'm sure you're capable of doing all that. So broken it down into 5 centimeter pieces. Yeah, it's the 80 centimeter one for these pieces, and the 56 centimeter ones are for these strips going across. When we start, we're not going to rip them all down to 5 centimeters, because as you can see from this, there are two 19mm pieces joined together. So what we're going to do is we're going to cut the 10 centimeter lines first. So we've got those, so we'll end up with 4 pieces of 80 centimeters wide. Before we cut them down to 5 centimeters so we can glue them together, what we're going to do is make a template, so we line all the holes up. You will see here, there's the 5 centimeter piece that you will see goes across the bottom. And then if I can find it again, having moved them around. Oh, that was clever. Actually sits inside here. I can just take one out. Not difficult to do. There's a piece of T-track which we're going to use, and a piece of PVC piping. So basically it's going to go T-track, PVC piping, T-track, PVC piping, T-track, PVC piping, and so on. In order for this piece to slide across smoothly, it needs to have notches cut out for the PVC piping. So what I've done is I've marked off on here where the PVC piping goes, and once we've cut these down into 10 cm strips, before we cut them into half, we're going to cut out a hole in them with a 20mm bit. So you'll end up with two pieces with notches. Those aren't pretty in any shape, size or format. We're not aiming at precision, we're aiming at necessary precision to do the job, not precision for precision's sake. So if you could picture these undone and folded together, there would be a 10 cm strip with a hole cut in the center, which would line up with the different PVC pipes on the board. Additionally, what you will do in order to create this piece, which is the vise part, and this piece is which the vise goes into, you're going to need to cut or drill holes at certain points in it. So these are marked up, and the pencil, I don't know about you, but my pencil always disappears. I'm back with my pencil. We're going to mark where the holes go in the board. So first of all, what we're going to do when we cut this piece out, we're going to drill those through, and then what we're going to do with a 10mm drill bit, we're going to drill a hole in. Yeah. Once you've done that for this piece and that piece, you're then going to cut these two pieces in half at the 5 cm mark. Then we glue them up together, lining up those cuts at the bottom, and then we're able to drill those holes straight through the glued up piece, that everything lines up, and we'll end up with a piece that looks like that. Right, they're the holes, they're the pieces for the runners in the PVC piping. Once you've cut those up and glued those up, you can strip down the rest of the pieces. I haven't marked up every single piece that you're going to require, but you're going to cut out 12 of those pieces to make this meet with the measurements, and they're 56 around. So I'm keeping this here so one can see, instead of having plans at the end to download, you can stop the video and you can see exactly what's going on. Now, having done all that for those pieces, we have to make the back piece, which is the stationary piece for everything to press up again. Again, it's cutting two 80 cm pieces, 5 cm wide, gluing them together. And I'll show you how I fasten that in a moment. Once you've cut out all your pieces and your 56 cm pieces, just picture that piece not there at the moment because I've glued it on previously. You can then start at the edge and fix your 5 cm piece, put your piece of T-track in, and then do the next piece. This is 19mm PVC piping, and the reason for this is to keep it off the board so the glue doesn't stick, and it also creates a level surface, so it's going to go one of those pieces, piece of T-track, another one of those pieces, and there were five other ones in there, and then the T-track goes in like that. Okay, this is all screwed down to a base board, which is again 19mm width. So now you've got the baseboard in place, you've got the brace in place, you've glued up the moving part, which is this part. What you can see on one side, I've drilled out very roughly a piece so we can use a washer to force the tension. And that piece would fit simply like that. It is able to slide up and down the board. Right. If we take this piece, again you can see we've drilled the holes through, and I've used M8 bolts with a fastener in, double locked the nut on the end at a certain length, and those are my 5, in this instance, moving pieces for the clamping action. The last part is the track, so you can run. So we take this, these again M8 bolts. They will simply slide in to the T-track like so. Apparently they do. Sometimes this one seems to be deciding that it's not going in, so we'll try a different one. Another one decides it's going in. There we go. Right, now for the tricky bit. You will see on the top of the vise part, there are holes drilled in. The trick now is to ensure that those vise parts line up with those. Simple way to do it before you drill is to move them across, pull a line through there, and then take an 8mm drill over here, and you're going to go straight through and make those holes right through. Then when you've got that in place, it's a question of putting these on, and this is like putting dowels together. They never want to line up properly the first time. And now you have a sliding track. These, and you can in place. Tighten them up so you get a good grip. Forgot to mention that one's loose, but these are all glued in place. You could screw them down too if you wanted to. Haven't had the need to do that. Now that is firmly in place. You'll see now that the holes you've made line up. So I don't have enough of them lying around here, but generally speaking, you put a washer on the end. And away you go. So let's see if this actually works like I said it works. I'm going to put a couple of planks in just to get the idea. There's some rough pieces just lying around here. I haven't squared the edges off or done anything like that, so they're not going to look pretty or look like they line up properly. Let's say I wanted to join these three planks together. Do this, position that up against that, as best I could, or as close to as I can, fasten them down. Got a little bit of room left in there. There's a bit of wiggle room there. I would apply the glue on the two edges, lay them back down, position that with my trusty wrench. I would start to tighten up everything. Could have got the screws a little bit closer, quicker to do. And we'll feel tension start to come up in a second. You can already hear the change in sound. So that's starting to tighten up. We apply the pressure equally, we do it across the board. Apologies for the long wind up here. Try and do two things at the same time. You can hear the change in. Remember, when gluing up, it's not about being super tight. It's about applying enough pressure so you start to see the glue squeeze out happen. And again we have this. I'm only going to do 3 because you get the idea. Starts to squeeze up. Let's see how firm we are. See, we've still got a bit of looseness, and then you'll start to see a little bit of spring emerge. But that's just put a weight on top of it of some size, format or shape, and you can so I have dumbbells that I put on top, and away you go. Hope that was useful in some shape, size or format. Hope that I'm clear. I skipped all the building parts because that just takes up lots of video. We've all seen table saws working, we've all seen screwdrivers and drills working. If you've got any questions, then please let me know. This is a board that was done on the glue up. As you can see, no gaps, nicely glued up, and a whole lot easier than doing it with hundreds of clamps. So I hope that was useful. Please comment if you like it, please indicate so. If you want to subscribe to my channel, I'd appreciate that. Press the notification button and send me comments of how to do it. If you want plans of sizes and drawings and more explicit detail, please let me know and I'll send on to you. Otherwise, have a great day and I'll see you in the next round. Thank you very much. Bye.